out on the street chasing wrong from right. Eyes like fire burning through the haze. Truth is a weapon, cuts through the maze. Some call her trouble, some call her brave. Digging up secrets they tried to save. A real deal around town. She's breaking it down, spinning the wheel, exposing the sound. They despise her, they praise her, but she won't slow down. Real deal around town. The truth's her cry. Shadows, they curse her name. Afraid of the spotlight she brings to the game. But the grateful ones, they cheer in the dark for the spark she ignites in their weary hearts. Some call her danger, some call her hope. She's the thin line on the tightrope. The sound. They despise her, they praise her, but she won't slow down. Real deal around town. The truth's her crown, yeah. The sound. They despise her, they praise her, but she won't slow down. Real deal around town. The truth's her crown, yeah. The truth's her crown, yeah.
Well, hi, everybody. I am back for more fun and games in Townsend town government. How about that? Yeah, I just took a shower. My hair's wet. Just bear with me. Okay. Oh, man. Let me get the comments open so I can look at them. All right. Well, I've been going nonstop all day. I don't know about anybody else, but yeah. I haven't had I did look at the agenda for this meeting. I think we're finally going to have the tree caper is going to be, what am I doing? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do 5 things at once. Oh yeah, because they canceled. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I got the wrong week. They did have their meeting last week. So we're having, there's a few things going on. Oh, so we're here. Is there anything else going on? Oh, if you haven't heard, Town Hall is going to be closed every Friday now, all summer. They started last week, but last week was a holiday. So, all right, whoever you are, you left. Okay, so, yeah, Town Hall is closed every Friday until, I think, Labor Day. And who knows, it might even go longer. But I know there might be some issues out in the town clerk because we have 3 elections coming up. That's one thing I want to remind everybody of. Are you interested in being on the Board of Selectmen, or the Select Board as it's now called? Someday I'll get it right. The select board, there's an election. There's going to be 2 more seats. We've already voted on that to get the 2 seats in existence, but they're going to be having an election. It's going to be the first Tuesday in October. I think it's October 6th. I don't have the calendar up, but it's the first Tuesday in October. And July 6th, which is coming up in a couple of weeks, you can take out your nomination papers. I really want to see some competition. I want to see that there are people interested in being on that important board in this town. So when we had the 2 vacancies back when everybody quit, and it was Veronica Kell and Lori Schifrin got elected. That's how they got elected, was on a special election, almost the same, different deal, different situation. But we had no board of selectmen for a couple of months because Joe Skank quit. Anyway, don't get me started on him. But he quit creating because Chaz had already quit, and then Joe quit. It's too hot in the kitchen for him. So we had to have a special election kind of pronto to replace him. And there were 4 people ran for those 2 seats. And I know, well, one of those people is already on the board now, Lori Schifrin. Veronica Kell just finished up her term in April from that particular election. So, but now we're a 5-member select board because everybody voted on it at town meeting a year ago and voted on the town election back in April. So now we have to fill those 2 seats. And we're going to have an election. So we need people to run. And, some people, think that, we're not going to find people to run. Nobody wants to be on the select board. Everybody wants it. We had trouble getting people on other boards because people usually want to be in charge. They don't want to do the riffraff work. They want to be in charge of everything. So I'm pretty confident that there are those of you that want to be in charge of everything and don't want to do the work on the other boards. So our other boards are getting full. People are getting on those other boards. So please come on out and on July 6th, on the first day, you got to get like 50 signatures on your nomination papers. If you're not sure how to do all this, just go down to the town clerk's office when they're open, and which they're open any day the town hall is open. So just Fridays they're closed, but go down to the town clerk's office and Jack or Harrison will explain to you how this works. If you've not run for things before, it's not impossible. People will sign your papers. They will. So do it. Run for this election. It's one of the most important boards in town. And people want to see you get on, because then they'll call you up and make all kinds of demand. No. Yeah, they will. But anyway, so if you're the least bit interested, if you're thinking about it, just do it. You can change your mind. You could take out your nomination papers and say, I really don't want to do this. Fine. That's fine. You're not committed when you take out the papers. Everybody will know you took out the papers because I'm going to tell everybody. But you're not committed until you actually turn them in. And then you're not committed. You have a deadline to change your mind. And then even after you get elected, you could say, screw this, which will cause crisis. So I ask that nobody does that. If you get to, if your name shows up on the ballot, please do the job, unless you have some kind of emergency. But, we want to see, we really need those 5 members so that we can have less controversy in this town. Anyway. All right. So the Conservation Commission is showing themselves. They're muted. They're not all the way in here. That's Sandra Lord to the left and Brian Pinkerton to the right, probably reading the agenda. What am I doing on this board? that little white basket that you see, it looks like it's in front of Brian, but it's a little bit more towards the middle of the table. That's a candy. Nope, that's Jim Doroyan to all the way to the right. Nobody read the agenda until they got here. What a board. So
Excuse me,
anyway,
Jim, could you put that microphone back on, please?
what? I missed what he said. Because I'm muted. Phew, I'm glad I didn't. Whew, I'm glad I'm muted on there. Whew, because I've been yakking away, but they don't have the mic on up there. Let me see what's going on here. I'm thinking Jim Gates not in the room yet. Jim Doroyan is not computer literate. So if he's running the meeting, we have big problems. Which he might be, but somebody has to turn on the microphone. Oh, that's Mike Potshead. That looks like Mary Jane Churchville in the audience. She's here because of the trees. There's other things on the agenda other than trees. Trees are on there almost last. I have no idea what they're talking about. Nobody in the room knows how to turn on the microphone. Colby's getting a bunch of paper. Colby, turn on the mic, will you? Okay, Abigail. Abigail is there. I'm going to pin this. Could add pin. There we go. Jim Gates is, that is Jim in the background with a red shirt. So this meeting will be run appropriately, possibly. He'll get everything running. We don't have to worry about people that don't know how to use a computer trying to use a computer. I mean, I'm not just being critical of Jim Doroyan. He does not use computer. He doesn't own one, nothing. You can't reach him on the internet, period. So if he's in charge of running a computer for a meeting, forget it. Jim Gates is out at the copier machine trying to print things. Mary Jane Churchville's anxious about whatever it is going on. She's pacing. See, I got a few people here live. I have nothing else to talk about, so that's why I'm giving a blow-by-blow description of what's going on. Everybody's reading the agenda.
If you are ready to get that meeting going, please put that microphone on that laptop, please. Turn the mic back on.
I don't think they're ready. I want to hear what they're saying, even if they're not ready. It's always interesting what people, it's,
Sorry, we haven't started yet.
Thank you. Here. Take one, pass it down.
no transparency. Let me mute them.
Take one, pass it down. Thank you.
No transparency. I prefer that. And they get everybody in the room and they're really talking. I want to know what they're talking about. For transparency purposes, they're not supposed to be talking about anything that they're supposed to be deliberating about. So I really, I should be, okay, they're recording. Turn everything back on.
I love it.
Everyone settled? Everyone ready? We're late and I don't. Everyone settled? Good.
I'm gonna get myself in here.
Order in the court.
I'd like to call to order the Townsend Conservation Commission meeting for Wednesday, June 24th, 2026 at 7:07 PM. Can I have a roll call starting with Mike?
Mike Potside present.
Abigail Farley present.
James Gates present.
James Duran present.
Sandra Lord present.
Brian Pinkerton present.
Mike, do you mind leading us in the pledge of allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is being recorded. Is anyone else reporting? Chairman's additions and or deletions. I'm going to add a 4.2 letter to Mr. Wayne Bellick, who is representing the owners of Zero Seaver Road, and I will read it into record under correspondence.
He was a site engineer.
Yes, representing John Mello Jr. of Lowell.
Is he the one that we sat with on the sidewalk?
Wayne, yes.
Only because I remember mentioning there was another Wayne. Also.
Chair report, anything I have will be covered in the agent report. 3.6, review and approve meeting minutes for April 22nd, 2026, and May 13th, 2026. Did everyone have a chance to review them?
So the one up there is all time permitted, so it's for April 22nd.
So noted. Questions, comments, motions?
Can I have a motion to accept the minutes?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes of Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026.
There a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call vote starting with Mike.
Mike Townsend, yes.
Abigail Farley, yes. James Gates, yes.
James Devine, yes.
Sandra Lord, yes.
Brian Dickerson, yes.
I'm actually gonna backtrack to 1.4, under 5. We're gonna add 5.1, upcoming Conservation Commissioners, training. And Colby and I have a date.
Date for what?
The training that DEP is gonna come.
Is that with
Yeah.
the circuit rider?
What?
Is that with the circuit rider?
Yes.
So that would be Mia.
Emily?
Mia has moved on.
Oh, she's in
No,
Boston.
is it Emily Petro? Is that her name? Is?
Alright, 1.7 agent report.
As far as IDRS, interdepartmental referral forms,
What were the dates that this covers, Colby?
June 18th to June 24th, 2026.
Thank you.
You want me to do that from now on? 'Cause,
Yes, please. You've usually done it, that's just why I asked.
Okay, so, IDR came through for 9 Bridle Path. It's a septic replacement and there's no wetlands involved. I looked at I have more information on the MACC handbook. It's the e-handbook, which is what's available. It's $20 per commissioner. And what it has, I'll read the other features. It's online, you have to have an internet connected computer or tablet. I have to ask them if you get it on your phone. I think, would that be useful? Yeah, I would imagine so. I gotta think of this. It's available 24/7, revisions pushed through immediately at no cost to subscribers. Legal policy, scientific and technical information guidance, 22 chapters and 8 special topic sections, a word search, pop-up glossary of terms, note-taking function, internal and external hyperlinks, ability to cut and paste text into other documents. Like I said, for those who would like it, be $20 times 6, it's $120. So think about that, get back to me.
I can tell you right now, I'm interested. I would like that.
Okay.
Well, if we all want a copy of it, we might as well just all vote for it. And we can put it on the next agenda to vote for it, 'cause
Oh,
obviously it's not
okay.
on here, but
Next agenda.
we'll also be, because we'll also be just past July 1. We can even ask, the accountant, what account that can come out of.
All right, new feature coverage, I have grant updates. The Mass Trails grant that we applied for. And I got a correspondence about this late, so I'll put it on the next one, but I'll give you a quick updates with all of these. We didn't get it. We didn't get the Mass Trails grant. Neither did we get the Wild and Scenic Land grant for survey. Didn't get it. a lot of properties and that got applied for, was the explanation I got. And a lot of properties that were less protected than what we have, so they deemed it, not necessary, as not a priority at this time.
Do you have a copy of that email that you could, or is it in the folder?
Yeah, it's not, but like I said, I came in late, so I can put it on as correspondence for next time.
That'd be great.
I'll email it to you too.
Is that gonna ultimately reapply?
You know, I don't think it went to the conservation inbox, come to think of it.
Just be good to have.
Adams Dam has the preliminary data report being wrapped up right now, so they have all the preliminary data, and they're gonna do a couple edits, corrections to it, and have it out by the end of this month on the 30th. But we do have the data. It's actually a folder this thick in there, so I didn't print it out, and I did actually send out a link, but it's through Google. It may be problematic. So,
I didn't
I can
receive a
get
copy
it
of
to
that.
you, but I need to know how.
Right, I didn't receive a copy of that.
Okay. I can also, why don't I, download it as PDFs and send it to you? It's cumbersome, so it'll take up some space in your inboxes. Is that okay? Yeah, all right. And it might have to be a couple emails. Like I said, it's a book. Other than that, everything else is gonna be, later in the meeting.
Two point one. Hold on, Frank. Abigail, as part of the court. Have you heard me read one of these before?
Possibly.
So I'll read this one, and then I'll give it to you so you can read it. You don't have to read it out loud, but you can see how it, because like, I don't sit there and read the entire Zoom information. And I try to shortcut stuff without leaving out information. So I'll read it this time and then you get to do it next time.
Yeah. I do have some experience reading legal documents because I took constitutional law, so I do understand that.
Perfect. So pursuant to the Mass WPA and the Townsend Wetland bylaws, the Townsend Concom will hold a hearing on Wednesday, June 24th, 2026, during their 7 p.m. meeting. The hearing will be held virtually via Zoom and in person at Town Hall at approximately 7:15 p.m. on a request for determination of applicability filed with the Concom as TWB 2026-009 by the Townsend Historic Society. The property is located at 1 South Street, Assessors Map 33, Parcel 44-0. The proposed project is for temporary installation of scaffolding in and along Squanicook River, the Squanicook River, for the purpose of restoration and repair of siding for Cooperage Building, which is within 100 feet of a bordering vegetated wetland and within riverfront area. Parties wishing to speak in support of or in opposition to this application may do so at the meeting or in writing prior to the meeting. Copies of this application are available for review at Town Hall during business hours. So pretty much just like the Mass WPA, I don't say it all out. You know what I'm saying, with the Concom, just to keep it short. Kobe, did you review the mailing? Receipt? What?
The mailing,
Yeah,
yes,
you read,
the certificate of mailing,
yeah,
yeah,
that thing sent?
it doesn't, it's not a requirement for RDAs.
Okay, cool. You sent a copy of the state, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Frank from Dillson Roy is here, representing the Historic Society. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. As Jim said, my name is Frank McPartland from Dillson Roy, here on behalf of the Townsend Historic Society. Got it right this time. So the proposed project that we have in front of you tonight is the repair and restoration of the siding at the historic Spalding Bridge at 1 South Street in Townsend. The project site is located on the southwest corner of the intersection of Main Street and South Street in Townsend, Mass, on a 0.32 acre lot. The site is completely developed and contains the historic Spalding Bridge, which was constructed around 1790, along with associated parking and retaining walls. Significant site features include granite retaining walls, which define the shoreline, granite blocks reinforcing the riverbed at the base of the Townsend Harbor Dam, and the cantilevered gable of Spalding Bridge that extends over the Squanicook River. And that's the section that they're looking to add in to install the temporary scaffolding to walk around and be able to work on that side of the river. Generally, the site is surrounded on 3 sides by wetland resource areas that include Squanicook River to the south, the Harbor Pond to the west on the upstream side of the dam, and Mill Race A to the north. The west side is of course South Street. So both project is repair and restoration of the siding. They're looking to install temporary scaffolding to provide access to the southern gable of the cooperage. That scaffolding will run south from the east side of the building. Bear with me, this gives me a possible headache every time I had to write it out. But south from the east side of the building, west along the southern gable, and then north along the western building face. Basically, they're gonna put it on 3 sides around the building to provide access. Adjustable jack posts will be placed on existing granite blocks in the riverbed to level the scaffolding, and a tarp will be hung under the scaffolding and secured to the underside of the gable to collect any debris that may be generated from the restoration of the siding. The project will not alter areas defined as bordering vegetated wetland, bank, or bordering land subject to flooding as defined by Mass DEP or Townsend Wetland Protection Bylaw. There's no removal, excavation, or dredging of soil, sand, gravel, or aggregate of any kind proposed. No change in pre-existing drainage characteristics. No drainage or disturbance of the water level or the water table. No driving of pilings or erection of buildings or structures of any kind. No placement of permanent obstructions. No significant destruction of plant life is proposed. They're not looking to remove any vegetation as part of this. No change in water temperature, and no activities or work which would pollute the stream or body of water is proposed. As stated, the site includes bordering vegetated wetlands, which are basically defined by the existing granite retaining wall around the property and their associated 100-foot buffer zone. A 200-foot riverfront area, which is 200-foot landward from the top of the bank, which in this case is essentially the granite retaining wall along the Squanicook River. Bordering land subject to flooding. That is associated with the Squanicook on site. Basically, that whole section of town is within flood zone for the Squanicook and Townsend Harbor Pond. Project does not include any disturbance of BBW on the site. As far as riverfront area goes, the entire project site has been developed essentially since 1790. No new permanent alteration of the riparian zone is proposed, and the work consists of temporary installation of scaffolding. I did provide, just to kind of check the box, a table of existing and proposed riparian zones and on the property. There's 13,940 square feet of riparian zone, 0 to 100 feet, which coincidentally is the same size as the parcel. And 100% of that riparian zone would be considered degraded. So it's not of any significant value when looked at through the Wetland Protection Act. And yeah, the Spalding Cooperage is located within Zone AE and along the floodway of the Squanicook River, as depicted on the town of Townsend latest effective firm flood insurance rate map as of July 8th, 2025. As said, is most of that section along Main Street. Mitigation measures, we're proposing straw wattles around the limits of work up to the retaining walls. It may not be all that necessary.
You're gonna put straw
so
wattles in around for
I was thinking about
scaffolding
this.
in the water?
No, absolutely not. No. Straw, I have a straw wattle called out around the parking area,
Correct.
but not in the river.
I understand.
I would, yeah.
What's the necessary application for straw wattles for staging in river area?
I don't think it is anymore. I called this out on the original application and just as general engineering practice. But then when I was out on the sidewalk with the commission yesterday morning, right? I was looking before I got there, before the commission got there, and the work zone is very well defined by the granite retaining walls, which come up above grade. So I don't feel that there's a need for any kind of erosion control measures around the site.
So you have granite knee wall in that whole area?
Yes,
To put straw wattles in this move?
yes. Unnecessary and just over engineering on my part. So I no longer feel that those would be required. The major mitigation measure would be the debris target. So that's going to be attached to the underside of the bottom layer scaffolding, as I had detailed all on the plans, and then brought up and under the cantilevered building, so that any debris that falls would there is no clear access and path to the river itself.
And our biggest concerns with the top underneath there is being mitigated for lead paint.
Yes.
So that's the biggest concern.
Yep.
Any wood product also is good to catch.
Yes.
Here you go. Everyone can look at that. Have another one out of the building.
Yeah, so I know that I thought there was, they're probably replacing a lot of clapboards as well on an as-needed basis.
It looks like they replaced all the wood all the way
I think
around.
so, I think so.
So they're gonna basically duplicate what they've already done on that side.
Correct, yes.
So
Turn it.
the only question I have is that is, are all those things gonna be pre-painted before they put them up, or are they gonna put them up and then have to go back and paint?
Great question.
That I am unsure of. Bill, do you know the process?
I would ask Jock, because Jock is familiar, he's online.
Oh, Jock.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Jock, the question was, are the boards going up pre-painted?
They're all
Or are they being pre-painted and pre-primed, or are they being installed, is the clapboard being installed and then painted?
The clapboards are pre-primed before they go up. They'll be painted on the building once they are up. The intention at the moment, until we get up there and really see condition, is we are not planning to strip that wall entirely, but to replace necessary clapboards.
So spot repair with pre-painted clapboards and then a finished coat of paint?
pre-prime, or pre-prime, he just said after everything's done, they'll go back and paint.
Okay.
Thank you, Josh.
Welcome.
Do you have more to add?
That's the bulk of it. I have a section on regulatory compliance, but it's a whole lot of, we're installing temporary scaffolding. These are not really, we're not really, causing any impacts to these items.
How many contact points are you planning on? We have 1, 2, 3 sections, so it'll be in between 8 to 12
Right,
points of contact in the riverbed area.
yes.
If there is 2 sections, it'll be 8. If it is gonna be 3, which I think Jacques said to me, they're gonna put 3 stanchions in.
Mhm.
So basically, there's gonna be 12 contact points of about,
6-inch diameter or so.
I think it was 4 by 4 or 6 by 6.
And that is going to be on the rocky bottom that is there as a reinforcement at the toe of the dam.
So there is enough granite slabs for the,
Granite slabs and boulders, yeah.
okay,
So
how,
they've got good stable contact points everywhere.
well, yes. So 2 questions, or 3 actually. How long is the staging,
Right.
going to be up for?
That was my question.
Jock,
I expect it up for a month.
Okay. How often is the tarp going to be, emptied or cleaned, or however you wanna?
My understanding is that it gets emptied each day.
It'll be what, Jacques?
My understanding is it gets emptied each day, depending on the amount of material in it.
excellent.
Third question, what if we get 100-year rain, like we did, 3 years ago, when we had 9 inches of rain or 7 inches of rain in town in 3 hours, 4 hours?
Until the scaffolding will not be impacted by the water. Clearly, we'd have to get the tarp out of there, knowing the rise of water. Yeah.
We didn't get any correspondence back from NASA. Everything cool with them?
So we can go around the.
I also do want to note that now seems to be one of the best times to do it. Water is currently not going over the dam. It's using the mill race and going around. So this is as dry as that area is going to get.
Now, is there any ability to increase the flow through H&V's waterway just to even lower any of the water going over the dam or breaching through the dam cracks? Not that it would
Right
matter.
now, there doesn't really seem to be anything going.
It's,
Yeah.
we're in,
Are you talking if
it does a diversion tactic to drain more through the slough. If, I mean, that would,
maybe,
I mean, the whole plant's kind of restored.
kind of a doom and gloom there.
how long do they expect to take to set up the scaffolding? Probably pretty quick.
Should be
I wouldn't
very quickly.
expect it taking longer than a few hours.
Okay.
In regards to the tarp, you mentioned that if we get a big storm, we'll have to take it down, but what about just regular high winds? Are we going to have to worry about the tarp maybe blowing some of that debris off, or the fresh coat being chipped away because of high winds or something like that?
So I would think any kind of significant windstorm, they would be wanting to get out from that work zone. So that would end the day. So that would be considered the end of the day, and they'll have to get that clean.
All right, and you remove the tarp out of there.
Abigail, what we can do is, we
It's to the discretion of the.
what we, as part of the, conditions is we can require them to remove the tarp at the end of every day.
Yeah.
So then it doesn't have to get babysat overnight, just throwing it out there. So keep asking your questions,
But
that's
then
a
it's
something to
sitting there,
remember.
Are they, you gonna wanna put that burden on the contractors to take that top up and down on and off every day?
They have to empty it every day.
If they gotta empty it, that's one thing, and if it's clear of debris, secure it, make sure it's all, I mean,
I'd leave it, just because if anything
Common
drops
sense.
overnight.
That was the thing I was thinking,
I
of
mean-
why I didn't want
Okay,
them to take
no,
it.
that's,
I mean, you're gonna have scaffolding and everything, tarp's gonna be tucked up underneath it. I really don't think even with some high winds, it's really gonna go anywhere.
Is there an estimation of how long this project will take? I'm just curious.
So I think, John was estimating about a month.
Oh,
The tarp, the de-letting process is shorter than the month, but to take it through the repairs, de-letting repairs and painting, you're probably looking at a month.
cause that front gable took them all of a month, didn't it, Jacques, to do that? The opposite side, the adjacent to it?
Yeah, it did. And again, we've really been able to look at this closely. The north side had some structural repairs that had to be dealt with.
Okay.
Mike,
So there's lead on all of the boards, most likely, I guess, this is on some boards
Yes.
and so and some boards will be taken down and removed, and replaced. But are all the boards that are left up there going to be de-leaded? And what is that process like? I mean, is it like, sanding with a giant vacuum cleaner or something? I'm wondering about.
oh, abatement, yeah,
I think to a
Doc, you
point,
know how the abatement is done for the lead paint?
and then
They're not going to be sanding, they just scrape it off the loose stuff.
Right.
So,
And the next acceptable
Hold on,
approach
I
to it
didn't
is when
hear
you
that.
paint
yeah,
it,
so,
you
what,
encapsulate it.
what Jock said was they're
Which
gonna be
secures it.
scraping loose paint off. So this isn't a scour to bare wood abatement.
I just have a question because I'm not familiar with the containment in de-lead places. I know with asbestos, they have a certain thing. Is it similar to asbestos when you have to have everything covered and,
This won't need to be tented.
okay,
Good question.
thank you.
So I don't want to dwell on this too much, but if they're scraping loose paint off, I can see little pieces of loose paint fluttering down, not necessarily falling into the tarp. I wonder if that's a concern or not.
That's what I was thinking when I was asking about, like, if it was gonna be covered, like tented, I guess is the term. Because I was thinking about that too, yeah.
It is a licensed de-letting contractor that's doing the work. I'm sure he wants to protect his license.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I tell you, I saw someone do asbestos removal one time on a property, and even though it was licensed, it was still kind of questionable.
Well, I think that would be a little bit crazy to do that.
And at the same, just looking at that over the water,
it's been flaking.
how long has it been chips of paint falling in there? Now we're gonna cut our losses short, reduce it completely, stop it, but in a perfect world, we should have a vacuum
That's-
cleaner with a bunch of people underneath there,
That's a
but I
very,
don't see
that's
it
a very good
happening.
point, you know?
But
by
how
Yeah.
much has fallen into
by
the river?
eliminating it now, rather than
Cut our
having
losses
it
short,
chip off.
moving
That's
on.
a very good
Right,
point.
yeah.
Am I not gonna get a very good point?
No, it's a great point.
Thank
It's
you.
almost, you have to just rip the Band-Aid off on this one, in my opinion, just to get it done, because otherwise,
Yeah,
I like that, the Band-Aid.
It's gonna be coming off a bigger chunk anyway by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
scraping.
Yeah,
so
that's true,
you know,
yeah.
It's not like it's over time, where a little piece breaks off, it goes down the river, a little piece breaks off.
I like that ripping off the Band-Aid analogy, that's a pretty good one,
it's,
but it's true, you know, I agree.
so, I think we've all brought up good points and good questions,
Are you
and
laughing at me?
Oh, no, I already complimented on him. I was just thinking it was a little harsh. I mean,
Oh,
it kind of hurts when you see it like that. Oh, but that's all right.
gotta get it done.
Works for me.
So we discussed, special conditions,
Any public?
what?
Any-
Public comment, concern, obviously there's concern, because flood, but better than letting it just fall into the river.
Abigail, do you need to see this? Do you wanna?
I saw
Oh.
a photo of it,
Oh,
but that was up there.
I have one thing for you.
I saw it.
Yes, Colby,
I hadn't checked, it's in the pool.
I saw that.
If you want to check the filing fee, I don't think we applied 75%.
Well,
Discount.
it's not a 75% discount. I don't know why it's worded like this, but it's 25%.
I applied the surcharge because we were in the riverfront.
Right, did you also apply the nonprofit discount?
No, I don't know that I did.
So, organizations operating as 501c3, charities and nonprofits shall be charged 75% of the listed fee for the, applicable, project type.
And that pertains
I was
to,
wondering why the check was in there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
that pertains to our
Filing fee.
contribution.
So
These
if need
25%.
be, I can get a new check cut.
It's worth it to you.
Well, right now, Dillis and Roy's cut the check.
Oh.
You know, so,
Okay, so
I'm sure that,
But it's on behalf of a non,
yeah,
but you can ask the guy.
yeah, so, what's the
you want that check back?
75% discount.
No, 25%.
25.
You pay 75% of
So
what it normally would be.
That's
the fee goes up and then down.
Are you sure of that, Abigail?
Yes.
So, let me grab the check and I'll get you a new one tomorrow. Thank you.
What was the overall number on it for the filing?
281.25. For the RDA fee and in the riverfront multiplier.
So,
Mine,
Colby,
it's worth it.
this would be, what negative would this be? Negative three?
Yeah, definitely not negative.
Negative 5. Okay.
Yeah, because it's in the river.
So it doesn't adversely affect it.
So that's why it wouldn't be a negative, it would be a 5.
Would be a negative. I can pull it up. So we can talk special conditions if we have any. To the permit.
As
Well,
long as the cleaning of the top
That's
on
right,
a daily basis.
that's right.
I don't see anything other than, as you said, Mike, the responsibility of the contractor, his license for the de-letting, as Jacques said. Those guys need to pay strict attention to every bit of the mitigation. You know, we can hold their feet to the fire, but my biggest concern would be the
Cleaning the tarp every day, however it may be, vacuum, removing and reinstalling it.
How they do it.
Then
They don't take it down, shake it up.
that's their responsibility, not
I
ours.
would say, if that's the condition, I would say cleaning of the tarp and leave, means and methods to the contractor. That way you're not dictating,
Correct, their
Right.
job.
because then if it goes wrong and they're doing it the way that you're saying.
Yep.
Blame gets spread around.
Nice job, Frank.
I was thinking of a Roomba.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that in the perfect world?
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, this would be a good time for me to learn this negative, how does this work? The jargon, when you're accepting something like this.
Seems though, even I'm a teeny bit green on the -5 due to the riverfront. We don't
Yeah, no, I'm
often
pulling it up.
get that, do we? I don't
Yeah, once.
remember a -5
What
coming
is
up
it, Mike? What
in
is that?
quite some time.
The negative stuff.
I don't know, that's what I wanna find out.
So,
This is why we're doing,
Yeah.
Right.
training.
Jim is pulling up the RDA regs, but, there's a series of determinations that the commission kind of grants, specific to the project for a request for determination of applicability, whether it's, and essentially and RDA has a lower level of, filings and burden of proof from a notice of intent. And with that, the commission identifies which category kind of covers the work.
And we usually work in the realm most of the time, -3, 2s, not, this is, even Jimmy will mention, I haven't really start on a -5, but that's all due to that it's in the riverfront directly.
Yeah.
Correct, would be correct, Frank? What triggers it to a 5 is that we are on direct
We're within the riverfront. Let me just find it.
in it, literally.
The form up there.
Okay, thank you. So this is positive determination. You wanna go down to the negative, please? Right there. There it is.
So you see, negative determination of 3 has within it its buffer zone, which do not apply to a riverfront area. Which makes the decision simpler.
Right, hold on, okay, so negative determination is no further action under the WPA is required by the applicant. However, the department is requesting to issue, superseding determination of applicability. Work may not proceed on this project unless the department fails to act on such request within 35 days of the date. The request is postmarked for certified mail or hand delivered to the department. Work may not proceed at the owner's risk only upon notice notice to the department and to the Concom. Requirements for requesting or request for superseding determinations are listed at the end of the document. So -1 is the area described in the request is not an area subject to jurisdiction under the act or the buffer zone. -2 is the work described in the request is within an area subject to jurisdiction under the act, but will not remove, fill, dredge, or alter that area. Therefore, said work does not require the filing of a notice of intent. -3 is the work described in the request is within the buffer zone as defined in the regulations, but will not alter an area subject to jurisdiction under the act. Therefore, said work does not require filing of an NOI subject to the following conditions, if any. So that's where we can do it, special conditions.
Isn't that more the reason that we work in the -3 because of
No,
people
Mike,
coming in
hold on.
front of us because they're in the 100, 200, 35, et cetera?
Hold on, let me just get back. Computer's being. -4 is the work described in the request is not within an area subject to jurisdiction under the act, including buffer zone. Therefore, said work does not require the filing of NOI, unless and until said work alters an area subject to jurisdiction under the act. And -5, the area described in the request is subject to jurisdiction under the act. Since the work described therein meets the requirements for the following exemption as specified in the act and regulations, no notice of intent is required. So that'd be an exempt activity, which I don't know if
In my reading this, I think we were, scroll back up, I think a -2
yes.
and a -3. We're working in the buffer zone, but we're also not removing, filling, dredging, or altering. So.
-3 doesn't cover riverfront.
Correct, but it covers the buffer zone. -2 would cover the riverfront.
Yep.
Oh,
And then 3.
2 would cover the riverfront, so there.
Right, correct, yep, a -2 and a you either do a -2 only, if you have no conditions, or a -2 and a -3, and then you add your conditions on to the -3.
Would that cover us better with a 2
And a 3.
and a 3? More bases touched?
Let me finish. -6 is the area and or work described in the request is not subject to additional review or approval by name of municipality pursuant to a municipal wetlands ordinance or bylaw, which is obviously not this. So, yeah, -5, this is not an exempt activity. So it would be a -3, -2, -3, in my opinion. Do we have discussion? I know that was a long-winded statement on all of those.
I think I agree with you.
The scaffolding is within.
I just wanna make sure I get this. So 3 is where you put the conditions like the tarp and removal, and cleaning of the material at the end of each day.
Oh, we'll see.
Oh, we'll see, yeah.
No.
No?
It would never order, but it
Oh.
would, you can.
Conditions.
Conditions, order the conditions out.
Abigail, you started to say something.
I think I agree with you from my understanding. 2 and 3 sounds like good. -2 and -3.
Brian, Mike?
-2 good, and then on the 3, we just had the condition that has to be cleaned every day.
Someone want to make a motion?
Just
You got it, or do you want?
I don't wanna read it all out, I'm so moved. Unless you wanna blabber, I don't mind.
So, is there discussion or comments from the public? Or Colby?
I really think number 3 is reserved for riverfront area, or town, which is not considered a buffer zone.
Well, aren't we working on a riverfront area because we're putting the scaffolding on?
In the river?
We're actually in the river,
That's
In
what I
the
thought.
river.
too.
so I don't know how much clearer you can get.
Are we in the riverfront area? Yes.
Yeah.
Abigail,
But
we
it's not
are
a buffer zone.
in the
Riverfront area is
river
not a buffer zone.
Yeah, no,
directly, 100%.
she's saying that.
Right,
That's what I'm saying. So that's what,
it's 100% in the river, that's what kind of throws us off. We don't usually get or put anything in the river.
yeah, but
We're listening, Colby.
No, I was, agreeing, or
And-
realizing what you're saying.
and even if it doesn't count it'd still be above river part, which is still riverfront area. So no matter which way you look at it, we're riverfront.
And what
I'm just letting the new commissioners talk it out too, so.
and, you know, as far as buffer zone goes, so yes, we're 100% in the riparian zone, which yes, is not a buffer zone.
Nothing there.
We're also within 100 feet of, you know, the wetlands associated with the edge of Mill Race A, we're associated with, which is not a riverfront. We're associated with wetlands, you know, on the south side of Harbor Pond. We're within 100-foot buffers as well, which was why I was thinking that the mechanism for the commission would be a 2 and a 3.
And I think we're all in agreement with that, so,
Do we get a roll call?
I mean, nope, we have to.
Sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah.
And that's why we'll get Emily's advice on this too, if you like. It's,
Whose advice?
And the circuit rider. When did you submit this to the state?
This would have gone in, the same day I filed, June 6th.
Yeah, so
Around
they'll respond if
If they see a,
they have questions.
Frank, you said June 6th?
I believe I uploaded this on June 6th.
So I make a motion to issue a -2 and a -3 determination on, the project at 1 South Street, TWB 2029-009 with a special condition of the, debris from the tarp be removed daily.
I second.
6th.
Roll call or discussion? Yes. What? No, I didn't hear you.
Well, we wouldn't want to leave it
No, it's a-
full of lead or materials overnight. In case
No.
there was a heavy windstorm or.
No,
anything got blown in.
it's a valid
It-
statement.
it Clarifies, it makes it very
Daily at
definite.
the end of the workday.
At the end of the
Oh,
work. Yeah.
I thought you were questioning why
No,
we do it at the end of the day, just so.
no, I didn't say that.
I couldn't hear you, very quiet, very, very quiet.
So, with a special condition that the tarp is, cleaned of debris daily at the end of the working day. Second. Abigail seconded.
Mike Pot said yes.
Abigail Farley, yes.
James Gates, yes.
James Rowan, yes.
Sandra Lord, yes.
Brian Pinkerton, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like the process. It takes you a while to get there, but you get there. You know?
We all have the same concerns,
Yeah.
and it's,
Mr. Chairman? Is
Yes,
there
sir.
a time period that I have to wait for the scaffolding to be set up, or are we good as soon as the order?
no, we have to sign this, we'll have to sign this, and then once you receive it, you can move forward. So I don't know how long it'll take Colby to draft it, and then,
What was that, Colby?
okay, Colby will try to get it so we can sign it by the end of the meeting, but we can't, we really shouldn't do it like that, but we'll try to get it to you as soon as we can, Josh.
I can't ask for anything more. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jock.
All right. 3.1, Townsend Historic Society, 72 Main Street. And adjacent properties, discuss the cutting of trees, vegetation within 200-foot riverfront and the 100-foot wetland buffer. Yeah, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be written, but, so discuss a remediation plan, and an update. There will be no public comment at this time. Frank is here with his crew, and everyone mind introducing themselves so that
So, yeah,
who you represent, or
once again, Frank Hartland with Dills and Roy here on behalf of the Townsend Historic Society. With me is Bill Rideout from the Townsend Historic Society and Sonia Lightfoot, right, got it, from the Indigenous Landscape Initiative group. Previously I had submitted a restoration plan that the commission had remarked on as lacking. Unfortunately, I was not available to present that plan at that meeting, and I apologize for that. Since that time, I have gone back out to the site at 72 Main Street with Colby to first verify all of the stumps that were removed on and around, all the trees that were removed on and around the property. We flagged those, numbered them, and then I had a survey crew field locate them. At that time, we also, when the survey crew went back out, I also had them refresh the wetland flags in the area in case the commission had a desire to pull tape. What I was able to identify were 18 stumps on or around the property that had been removed. 5 of these stumps are outside of the jurisdiction of the commission. I've noted those as stumps 5, 9, 10, 11, and 12. This restoration plan.
Yeah,
This restoration plan also depicts the approximate limits of the ecological restoration and stewardship areas, A1, A2, and B1, as depicted in the document that I submitted to the commission titled Notes and Initial Stewardship Recommendations, Harbor Pond Project Draft, which was prepared by Sonia's group. The intent of that is to develop kind of a comprehensive ecological restoration and stewardship program in areas along the north shore of Townsend Harbor, including 70 Main Street, property number 0 off Main Street, and other properties along the railroad right of way.
Some of the other guilt is we shift it over to her too, Jimmy.
Yep.
So these proposed activities,
of them.
would eventually,
Can't read it, but somebody on the other side of the table. From my own, these are the 18 trees.
these restoration activities, would require an order of conditions from the commission. So we will be filing a notice of intent to cover this work. There are also some planned improvements that the Historic Society has for 72 Main Street, including a gravel parking area and replacement of the tight tank at the septic pipe tank at the property. So we'll be submitting a notice of intent for that work. The Historic Society in Squanto Greenways is also looking to install a gravel walking path within the existing rails, from 72 Main Street west to 80 Main Street. So they're as kind of a walking path. So these activities are going to be a future filing that I'll be bringing before the commission. But as part of kind of this, this activity to identify what went on at 72 Main Street and all kind of future activities in the area, I wanted to identify all of those and get them in front of the commission, so you know what's coming and what's kind of been the intent to act as remediation for this tree removal. Some of the things I added to the restoration plan include existing native species on the property that remain, as well as invasive species, and of course the tree removal table that has the stump number, the diameter and species, confirmed with Colby when we were in the field, as well as some notes as to the conditions of those trees from what we can see from the stumps, whether they appear to be dead, decaying, that kind of information as to the health of the tree that was removed.
Colby, I had mentioned to you about some trees
No, you go.
that were already cut
Don't forget.
in front of the Historical Society, that he had just, Wally had just cut the stump down because it was just, we didn't accidentally get those in the mix.
So in front,
Correct.
I just wanted to double check.
Sandra,
Zoom.
What trees are you talking about? I'm sorry, I didn't
the
follow.
front, so along the road.
I
But
see.
those are also outside our jurisdiction.
Oh, okay.
How many outside of our jurisdiction? 5, you said?
There were 5, yes.
Oh, so, just my question is, it wasn't about those though, but, Colby, I thought you had a different number when you went on the sidewalk.
This doesn't include the 2 from 80, correct?
Correct. This is just the trees around 72 Main.
Right.
Main
Those
Street,
need to-
yeah.
that needs to get
And
included stuff.
these were field confirmed with Colby.
Okay,
I was I was out with him. I had flags with numbers, and I stuck those in every one of the stumps, and then my surveyor picked those up. And we both have the same list.
okay, because there were maybe 2 trees, I guess it was outside of Commission's purview, but 5 of them, like near the Harbor Church.
Yep, those are being treated separately. They're different property.
Okay, so,
Those are being treated with the amendment request for
80
Main Street.
because there were 2 of them that were totally gone, the stumps.
Correct.
Okay.
But those-
so it's been
those
treated
are-
differently.
Those are in another filing that,
Okay,
I hope to have in front of the commission, but, I have some adjustments to make, and I'll be getting Colby either, probably Monday at this point.
okay, thank you very much for
I would
clarifying.
say that's a new, development, right?
Yes.
Those are being separated now.
That's not new. We talked about that
No,
2
I
months ago.
mean, separation of them.
Filing?
On 80 Main Street, outside of these ones that, on 72 Main Street.
What do you mean by a new development? We had talked about that.
Because they were all the little trays will be pumped together.
Yeah,
on 80 Main Street.
Yeah, Jim, my initial plan that I had submitted to the commission to try to document all of this had those included all in the same file.
No, I know.
So this diverging of them, this is the first time that a plan.
I'm just making sure, because it's nothing new.
Correct, no, these are not newly identified trees. This is just,
But as far as 72 Main Street goes, they.
correct.
18, 5 of which are outside our jurisdiction.
Do we know which 5?
Yes.
Yes, so if
So
you look,
those are marked.
ask Mike, Mike is the man of the legend.
Just show Brian which ones are outside of the,
What numbers are outside?
So the numbers that are outside are 5, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Those were noted in my letter to the commission, and those are also noted on note 6.2.
So anything that side of that line right there.
Right here.
No, we're not. So if they're out of our jurisdiction, we don't even care about them.
No, I
Right?
What was that question, Brian?
Theoretically,
If they're out of our
Legally.
jurisdiction, we don't care.
we care, well, I mean, we care, but they're not really. Right, that's what.
We can't do it.
we can't do anything about it.
Yeah, the trees are out of our jurisdiction. We don't have authority over that.
We can't do anything about it. You seem very confident in that.
Right.
Yeah, if they're out of our jurisdiction, then we don't have power over them.
We have to define we as a conservation commission,
We have not,
but we as private citizens who probably can, read between the lines of legalese and come up with something.
Correct.
You're welcome.
Kudos.
What
Very
was the
diplomatic and very subtle.
Mike, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Well, I was just saying that, that we was defined, you have to define we as a conservation commission, it's out of our jurisdiction, we can't do anything about it. We as a private citizen perhaps could do something if we felt strongly enough, but that's not what we're here for.
Right.
Yeah. You have to define we.
There was a method to the madness. I'll challenge you. It's a good thing.
All right.
You'll learn.
It's a learning experience.
You want to keep following and
Yeah,
then we will
so,
talk about.
the other thing that I identified on this plan and provided more in-depth information on is the, what the, Historic Society Greenways and Greenways are proposing to do in a partnership with the Indigenous Landscape Initiative, in the area.
And that would be this.
That would be this currently draft document, it's still a living document that's in draft preparation by Shalinia's group. If you would like to, speak to it, more, I can walk you through, but, what I did identify on this 72 Main Street are areas specifically around 72 Main Street, property that were identified in the draft document. And that's ecological restoration and stewardship area A1, ecological restoration and stewardship area A2, and then ecological restoration and stewardship area B1. So those are the areas that are on this plan that are hatched with kind of the plus sign. A1 is to the east, the northeast of the property.
Towards the monument
Yep.
area.
A2 is south, kind of the southeast corner of the plan view that I have there, and then B2 is the westernmost hatch.
So D1 and D2 are down the road?
D1C, D1 and D2 are more in the vicinity of 80 Main Street.
All right, so that's a
That's-
separate, we're gonna maintain that separate in this scenario too?
Yeah. So,
Okay, good.
So what I'm showing on this plan is I'm trying to illustrate the areas that would be in the vicinity of this property that would be,
Up for invasive removal?
correct. And serious management.
It would be more under management?
I don't know.
On a,
Management
because
does-
once again, it's uncharted to a degree.
Management is doing a lot of work for, one word. And it'll be a big effort. I don't know if you want to speak to.
Ooh,
If you don't mind. You don't have to, I guess, keep it short and sweet if you want, or you can go into detail. It's up to you, and I know this is very preliminary, and you're still working on a lot, but there's a lot of information in the 5 pages you gave us.
Yeah, I appreciate your recognizing it as preliminary, but yeah, I mean, when we went and did, the site visit with Ben Silverstone, who's a restoration ecologist, and, Abigail was there also, and, but sort of all of the areas, I guess one thing I mentioned is A2, B2, B1, so everything except for A1 is kind of really a continuous swath. But he kind of identified different areas based on their condition and kind of roughed out the locations of those. And he identified that A1 is really sort of has become a time-sensitive opportunity because of the tree removal. That made a difference because those that area had been shade suppressed, and so you got sort of a lot of little. It looked to me like sort of a mix of native and exotic invasive plants there, where then realized that now that it's been released from shade, everything's gonna kind of bust out, and the invasives are just gonna make a whole mass of the thing, if we don't kind of push those back efficiently and promote the native desirable plants there. Nothing else has seen that kind of big change very recently. So I can talk more about the other areas, but I don't know what would be helpful.
so due to the removal of the canopy, which has increased the sunlight coming in, you're gonna get a growth spurt. That most likely is gonna be your first area you're most likely gonna wanna attack.
Yes.
Yeah, the plan for this summer is to hold one event. I've been like, looking over that area several times, and I think the plan would be for this summer to focus on A1.
Yeah,
And then hopefully be able to hit some of A2 with, kind of pushing back some of the big invasives there. And then there's a really neat spot in B2 that could turn into a little like semi-wild blackberry patch.
nice.
In a more aesthetic, accessible way than it is now. And those are kind of probably the primary areas to hit this year, just because we're limited capacity. And then just kind of do more over time.
Do you have what other areas have you done? What other areas have you done invasive removal on of this magnitude or small or big or whatever? Do you have any pictures of the work that you've done before and after? So we can get a good sense? What's your crew size? What do you have for equipment?
Yes, so, you being Indigenous Landscape Initiative, we are very new and this is our very first project, so I have absolutely nothing to show you in terms of things that we've actually done. Ben is sort of guiding this process and he has done a lot of them. If it would be helpful for me to ask him for more detailed where he's done things and pictures, I can ask him. And it sounds like that's a yes, I should ask him for what he's done.
Well, what I'm saying is that you're taking on a rather monumental area. That's gonna be quite a hard area to work.
Yes.
Pulling out invasives isn't,
Is not.
I know how we do it at the farm. I'm interested to see how you do it at this A1 section, to see how successful you're going to be with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not trivial. They keep coming back.
Relentless.
A big part of what we're committed to as an organization, which I don't know how much this helps you, is sticking with it, sort of
Oh.
continuing to work, one of the first things that I said to, the Historical Society and the Squamish Greenways when I first started talking with them a while ago was, we're not looking for an in-out project. We're looking for a long-term commitment to the land, and to the community. So what kind of crew we have is, right now we've been arranging and sort of starting to have conversations about some of the details of a community program to, get people out. talk
Draw
about-
in some of the community of the.
Yeah, so when Squanicook Meadows has, I'm sorry to interrupt, when Squanicook Meadows has community days or cleanup days,
Right,
you
right.
draw how many people? A rough guess?
So we typically get 40 people for our, trail cleanup days. Things like that.
And that's a good,
We've been doing it
that's a good show.
2015 before the trail was built.
Right.
In the days we were building the trail, we had 100. But typical for a big first day, we get
40 people. That's a cool.
Yeah,
That's
some of
a-
them kids.
I mean, that's like,
okay, so
that's good.
take that into consideration.
Well,
You got
sometimes the kids
20
work harder.
Oh, yeah,
That's a true,
so,
I agree with you.
but it's also teaching the community methods to handle invasive management.
Yeah, what they see there, they can bring home.
Sorry.
What they see and what they can remove is only gonna go home with somebody that volunteers clearing an invasive. They now can identify it. They now understand how to remove it, et cetera, et cetera. It is a process.
And that's a big part of, I'm glad you're mentioning that, because that's a big part of what we wanna do also, is also teach people, the indigenous principle is when you benefit from something, you benefit it, right? You return to something to it. And so to mention to people, you're enjoying a walk on the rail trail, you're enjoying a
Yep.
space that you are, and now you can go and just yank something that maybe shouldn't be there.
You know it shouldn't be there, you know.
So one question I have is, what, and this is preliminary, I understand that, has it been discussed about proper disposal of the invasives?
Yes, so we are starting, so in terms of what we teach, people at the event, we're kind of currently in conversations blocking out some of like what points really ought to get made. We haven't talked specifically about disposal, but that's one of the things that, is on my list of things to talk to people about. Where the invasives that we're gonna be pulling at this event are, how we're gonna dispose of those. I recently sent an email saying to the Historical Society, a few Historical Society folks saying, we really ought to kind of look at the land and figure out where these are gonna go and how they're gonna be disposed of. I mean, we could say we're gonna put them in trash bags and throw them out, but that's not how the way I'd prefer to go about it. So there are areas to sort of leave, right? Ideally, many of them, you kind of leave it out to dry, because once it's very dry, it's not gonna regenerate when it goes places. Last year,
Are you sure?
no. Not at all. Like they're plants, right? They will grow from anything.
And it
But
has berries on
the
it, and the
advice-
birds get into it, and yeah.
Exactly.
berries, I would do my best to isolate out. I will not leave berries out because indeed they're a treat.
I've seen invasives buried for years, resurfaced, those areas get spread back. And they're home, they're back again.
I'll mention
Did you
two
see the
things.
bamboo
Um,
came back?
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
I'll mention two
we
things.
call it the crematorium.
One is the idea last year, and I think sometimes in the past, the Historical Society, in the winter has held an ice skating event with a little bonfire. And I thought it would be nice to dry out those and then fuel the bonfire.
And then we can make s'mores.
That's
then
what I
next door-
refer, anytime, I mean, you should talk to some of the old farmers in the agricultural world, how they would deal with invasives of such. They're particulars that they know how to attack and they know how to, that's why I say the crematorium. I burn brush on a 365
Yes,
and the only way you can do it.
I was just talking with, if you have people to recommend, I was just talking with an old farmer the other day about handling these things and.
And the only thing you don't want to burn is poison ivy.
Right, oh, yes.
So,
So we all got it, right? We understand that. We want to talk about poison ivy? No.
But,
Okay.
but the other thing I would mention, part of Inland's approach, going with our indigenous advisors is, right, rather than thinking of invasive species as bad and just, we just remove them because they're bad. The idea is that they are also representations of the manifestations of the fact that the ecosystem is out of balance. And so.
What do you mean by the ecosystem's out of balance?
There are other ways that it isn't being cared for or that it's ecologically out of whack. So for example, there are people who are finding that when they knock back invasives, and then in this case, the learning that I was doing, they knock back the invasives and then they restore fire. And once you restore fire to the land, the invasives don't disappear, but if you do it right, they find what my native colleagues would call their proper role in the system.
They're placed.
They're small, right? They're just sort of one of the vegetation, right? There are all sorts of non-native plants out there that we just kind of like, oh, it's just kind of there. And
Really what that means is it's smaller and it's controlled.
it's not causing, right, invasive.
It's in, you
causing
controlled
ecological
it.
damage. Right, exactly.
You're handling the monocultures that are out there.
Right, it doesn't become a monoculture, it isn't allowed to become a monoculture because you've knocked it back, because, humans are part of the system, right? You have people's eyes on it and they're plucking things when they get out of hand. You have fire on the system at whatever frequency appropriate, different ways of you have appropriate nutrient balances, right? Things that will restore a healthy system can help invasives, things that could become invasive, not be as much of a problem. Then you're not just faced with another one.
Right.
Part of the activity, it's not just removal of invasives, it's encouragement of some of the native.
Exactly. That's
vegetation as well.
and that is what the handout that everyone got does help describe. Now, one of the heading for project area A, you also have seed collection.
Yes.
It also in the description, states one large remaining Norway maple should be cut down in order to prevent it from reseeding.
Right, because that is.
I know what the answer is to the question I'm gonna ask, but do you mind explaining Norway maples to our commission and whoever's listening?
Yes, but you may very well know better than I do. That's not my specialty area, but
It's a strong invasive.
they're not from here, and they can become, they seed vigorously and they can take over. I mean, that document mentions one because he noticed sort of one big one. There are a couple of saplings there also.
That probably aren't they're probably fresh.
Yeah.
Or they're
Well, they're a number of years old, but, sorry.
No, Norway maples also tend to kill everything underneath them.
Right.
Because what are they're taking all of the sunlight equal to the acidity they're dropping into the
They'll
soil?
alter
Soil.
the system, the soil around them,
Yeah.
under them.
What do you call that thing again?
What?
What's the name of that maple?
Norway
Norway maple.
What, Colby?
Norway.
Talk about.
Norway country.
Oh, what?
It's on this list. It's on the invasive.
Hold on, Colby is trying to explain something that is technical.
I think what you're getting at is allelopathy, where they exude substances that dissuade other plants from growing there. I don't think that's proven yet, but it's certainly a combination of shade.
You learned it. I learned it.
Walnut trees do it.
Walnuts do it.
That's a good, it's the.
So
Shagbark hickory's doing.
Ben was pointing out that also that with the release from shade that the other tree removals have had on that area, this remaining Norway maple is gonna just seed everywhere like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna have a perfect,
canvas.
So Frank, you know that, you make sure we make note of that on.
Yeah, so
whatever you submit.
what kind of the next steps are for, Dills and Roy on behalf of the whole project team is we'll be submitting, and I need to figure out the best way to do this, whether it's one notice of intent for the project area or a couple of notices that cover all of the work zone, because it's giving me a possible headache because we have Townsend historic properties, we have the rail trail, it's one of the greenways properties, as, kind of spread out along the area, so.
And you have invasive management and also naturalized plantings, which are trigger usually an abbreviated notice of intent. But I know you're trying to do it all in one.
We're trying to do, ideally, we would do this as one filing. I think if in discussions with the project team, we feel that we might want to come back, if we focus on A1, A2, and maybe B2 in the shorter term, and then have another filing for the rest of the area, that might be my approach. I'm not 100% sure what the best, I think one ultimately is the best way to do it, because then I'm not managing orders, DEP file numbers for work. Colby is not managing a bunch of file numbers in the area, which work is being done under which expires on what day. That could just get far too complicated. So what will be coming from my office is an application to the commission to cover the proposed program in this area for the stewardship and management, as well as a couple of small improvements that the Historic Society wants to have at 72 Main Street.
How long can we leave an NOI open?
Well,
Because this isn't a short-term project,
Right,
No.
so, and order conditions can be open for 3 years.
Renewed
And
times.
renewed, I think renewed twice. I know that a lot of, programs that like Power Company does, in their filing, they immediately ask for that 2-year extension. So instead of having a 3-year notice of intent, they end up with a 5-year notice of intent at the meeting where it's approved.
Do they do that just for the comfort zone, that extra buffer time?
So when they
In
don't
case?
forget.
They do it, they kind of,
Yeah,
I know
after 3 years, you would.
theoretically, and who knows if we'll have more permit tolling, because that can complicate things and extend orders. But that, if we're looking at a 5-year, that would give us a 5-year plan to do this work.
Meaning A1, A2, B2, and B1?
Well, that's to
No.
be determined.
So,
I'm not
to be determined. I think my preferred path, is to file for all of this area.
80 and 72.
File
Put everything right.
Yep,
Well,
so 80,
Yeah, for the invasive management and then some stuff at 72.
correct.
Right.
Yes, 80 is separate, and I've got, I'm gonna make a few adjustments to my plan to cover that amended order. To cover the removal of the septic system from that design, but,
For the Historical Society.
completely separate and not under this.
And then we're still gonna need to do a filing for the tree planting also?
Well,
Or does that work?
No.
Does that,
no,
He's gonna make sure it's covered.
So I'm gonna make sure everything that's being proposed is covered in the order. This is gonna be comprehensive for this work.
all under one roof?
All under one roof. Any invasive removal, any planting, any proposed plantings, any trees that in this assessment, like those Norway maples that we feel should come out, those would come out under that notice of intent and be permitted before they're cut down.
You didn't mean Norway meat.
What a crazy thing. Yes, ma'am.
Just something, I don't know if that was the right time to ask about this.
Of course it is.
I was, as we were saying a few minutes ago, I would really like when we have a community event to be able to encourage the participants from the community to pull invasives, you know, where and when they encounter them on the, is that something that needs to be noted or given permission for separately so that people go there by the
I don't think we
liquor
need a
store?
permit to educate people.
No.
So
No,
they
it's not
don't, they don't feel like they're not in violation going on a different day in Yankee stuff.
No, I understand.
Oh, okay.
I don't,
I think we
if it's on,
overcomplicate
at this
things.
property, they're covered, obviously. I don't know. I know Bill had where you guys had talked about other areas of the rail trail for invasive removal, which there's plenty of opportunity along the rail trail for invasive or
Not all are in conservation commission.
But on this property, they're covered. It's not like the fact that, you know, we're supervised versus not supervised.
Right.
Or something like that. Okay.
It's just a matter of the disposal, which can be figured out.
We would be submitting, and you know, as part of this, we would have a plan.
Yep.
That's one of the boxes we would need to check in this submission is, you know, how is the invasive, how are the invasives being removed? And then how are they being handled once they're
Correct.
removed? So we would need some procedures in the application document.
I wanna go around the table before we, wrap things up, but we can start with Mike.
Oh,
And
it's
go around.
a great project, and obviously it's gonna require perseverance,
Oh,
you know, and, but, you know, if you look at the size of the area, it's not huge, A1 is not huge. I was involved in removing, multiflora rose from an abandoned rhubarb field in Concord. And it was just all covered, and we persevered, and eventually it's all gone, and it's now in agriculture, so it can be done. You just have to persevere.
So what did you do with the multiflora one?
I don't know what they did with it. Maybe they burned it.
I've seen people say, oh, no, we're bringing it to Louis' house. Guess who's cleaning invasives out at Louis' house 3 years from now? Cause it's,
Well, and that's why I brought it up. What is the plan? to
you've gotta
dispose
have
of
a
this
plan
stuff?
to what you're gonna do with it.
Yeah.
Ship it, incinerate it, send it to,
Yeah, so if you have people doing on their own individually who have been trained, so they know, they've been part of the group, I guess, so they know which plants that it's okay to pull up. Yeah, they need a place to put it. Maybe it's just a temporary box or something to put it in. But that's an important part, yeah.
Abigail?
Again, full disclosure, I went with them. I'm interested in working personally, volunteering with this group. One plant I'd like to ask you about particularly because you guys are more experienced than me. American black currant. Yeah.
I'm gonna assume.
what is it?
American black currant. It is a native species here. However, it is actually illegal to plant because of old timber history or
Pine rust. I think it's pine rust.
pine rust.
Colby, you had something?
Yeah, so what do you suggest?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm wondering, because we talked about seeding plants. I figured this plant has to be excluded from that.
Yeah, I don't think you can, I still don't think that's legal to,
Well, it's currants and gooseberries. They're related, and, yeah.
Yeah, currants and gooseberries.
spreads.
You can't
I'm usually pretty good with plants. I've lost on this one, so.
Yeah, I am too. What is your point?
Colby,
On what you wanna do with it, how you wanna remove it?
Yeah, no, what to do with,
The question, we were excited to find a few. We were excited to, so they were like, the effort was made, you know, century ago to eradicate these native.
That particular
because they are an intermediate host
Mhm.
for a pathogen that kills, that can affect pine trees.
Okay.
And
Okay.
when this was all pine logging, timber on the old fields,
Oh, yeah.
the timber lobby got it made illegal to propagate, and they got people to try to just eradicate the blackcurrant.
So your biggest concern is gonna be as to what we do with it.
Yeah.
When it's been removed.
No.
Burn.
No,
Do we
no.
have to remove it? Cause so it's a native plant, but it's illegal to propagate in Townsend.
The question,
So the laws,
you don't have to remove it, but you can't plant it.
Okay.
I think one question we had, sorry,
Yeah, so it's the early 1900s, a lot of area around here produced packaging, pine boxes. So there was a lot of
Barrels, fine
pine
boxes, yeah.
around. And I think it's wood pine.
Yeah, pine rock.
Anyway, whatever the
It's-
organism is,
it's in the area,
two-stage
yeah.
organism that requires one life stage on pines and then one on currants. Their solution was to eradicate the native currant plants and make it illegal. So,
and I think a question that we had, tell me if the question that we had was, if the project at some point wanted to look into propagating it, it's illegal town by town to propagate it, like different towns in Massachusetts have different rules, so the question is, who is in charge of those rules? Would we ask you for permission to propagate
We're
blackcurrant?
getting into the weeds
That might
now.
be a
Yeah.
select board
We're
question.
not at that point.
Oh, yeah. He'll
Yeah,
defer to the tree warden, he'll defer to us, we'll just go in a circle.
Mostly, I'm just wondering if we have to remove it, but it sounds like we don't have to remove it, but we can't spread
At least not without asking the question again at a later point in time.
it. Without going to the town select and changing the law. Sounds
And,
like-
Yeah, that's
You know, specific plantings will be covered under the application. So we'll definitely be saying what we're looking to plant, what we're looking to remove, what we're looking to manage. That will be kind of covered.
So there'd be some verbiage in this, how to deal with it, what we're gonna do with it, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Okay. So it's doable. I get it.
James?
Well, do you have anything else you wanna add?
No.
I've already talked to him. Jimmy,
I have already talked now too, I think.
Sandra, I almost called you Cindy for a second.
It wouldn't be the first
Sandra.
time someone
I know.
said that, but, I don't have any questions. I enjoyed listening to the discussion about the different invasive species and everything, and it sounds like, it's a very, very, interesting project.
Brian,
I'm good.
we're not there yet, but
Oh,
Jimmy
yeah,
will bring his holy water that day.
So there, yeah.
Mike,
So, it's great that Abigail went with you, but I'd like to go with you too. So,
Jealous.
but
Yes,
I sent it to, James and Colby.
okay.
Because
thank you,
Mike-
and I think you forwarded it to everyone.
Okay, I'll have to check.
I don't
if
know.
missed it. Somehow I don't wanna miss them in the future, cause I
Right.
do, this is the kind of thing I love to get involved in.
Mike is really good with his plant life
And I
and
think,
and his blueprints.
And so as part of the application, maybe we'll have a section on, planned outreach and
As part of the application.
yes, yeah.
And we have a meeting about that, I think tomorrow, is how we can do everything. I mean, if you're at, like, I'm happy to just take your email address and make sure that, I
Okay.
send you things. We just fixed a date for the, like, community event. And I haven't emailed anybody about it yet, but we're thinking we're gonna do that on the 30th of August.
So
I'll keep you posted on
I don't-
everything.
I wanna make sure we're careful, with how much outside involvement we have until we're permitted here.
Correct.
Right.
So I just wanna exercise caution. I do actually have a question though. Are you, going to pursue prescribed fire? It's a small area and that's why I ask.
Yeah, over time, we would like to do that, not for this year.
Okay.
But that is part of what Inland wants to do as our work. And when Ben looked at the spot and we were talking about things like how to maintain good ecology over time, you know, that came up as a thing that would be beneficial.
I completely agree, and I think it would, be great to talk about, or to pursue. You know, I know Massachusetts doesn't do it as much as other states, but.
Is this something we would need to put in the, application? We would have a discussion of, we need to cover all the work we're looking to do. Unless we wanted to come back and amend the order after, you know.
Well, I think it should be included
I think.
so that this year, next year, 4 years.
Put it in the end, yeah, put it in.
Everything that we want to
Include
do
everything.
should be in this application.
Put everything in it,
You know,
every
Not that hot, I'm not
imaginable.
swimming. I sweat when it's 50 out.
I don't know, yeah. Can I just throw one more thing out that I don't remember anybody talking about it, but there's a lot of edible plant life out there that we as people just have no clue. I go to a lot of different farms, and one specific one, there's a lot of Laotian, Vietnamese, et cetera. Steve nudges me and he goes, Jimmy, anything that we pull out of the ground is a weed. Look over there. The Laotians have it in line, they're growing it, and it's like, they have a completely different grasp on their nutrients, their foods, fibers, and everything. What we look is a weed. No, don't pull that out, let that grow, let's put some fertilizer on it. So that's an important aspect that we should look at and identify what are some of our edibles in this whole big picture too.
Yes, so that is also an important part of what we were talking about. And I guess, I mean, I don't, when you're saying to list everything, is gathering for food one of the things that we get permits?
I don't think you need a permit for that.
You're not removing it, you're not, you know, cutting a tree, you're not removing vegetation, you're not.
But even that, so, yeah, but there's exemptions within the WPA, within reason, same with planting. I think maybe you consider adding that as a, something for the document, but, this is a great start where we need to go with this, with everything that had happened over the winter and, yeah, I guess, what are the next steps, Frank?
Next steps,
Timeline.
Getting, I need to get an order filed with the commission as soon as I can.
Because I know that you don't want to lose your opportunity to start.
We don't want to lose the season. So I would need to have something, I think, in front of the commission, the second meeting in July, which would help.
Even then, you get one, I know,
I'm saying that,
you're on vacation then, I think.
yeah, you're reading my emails, Jim.
Yeah, I know. Did you read my emails? I had a picture attached, that's why.
That's why I put it in red.
We wanted to be able to do, you know, the community event this summer.
I know.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna wanna do that down the Historical Society or?
Yes.
I'm gonna follow up with a timeline. I'll dig into that tomorrow and send an email out to our group and figure out what I have to commit to get something to the commission so that we have summer.
Now with that also, we dig a little deeper within the WPA, you may be able to find some exemptions.
We might be able to do some activities.
Do some activities, but you have to at least notify us about the works before it even gets done. Just so that we're aware, and it doesn't necessarily have to come in front of a meeting either. It could, if it's an exemption and it is explained clearly in an email, it can be sent to Colby and I. And then we just note it.
I have the same thought, yes.
Right, Colby?
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't.
He's writing my other order, so we're trying to.
Yeah.
Should we,
what exactly, for this work day, what exactly would we be doing, and would that possibly be something that we just run by Colby and James?
Yeah, that
So-
would be great, you know.
That's, I will research that.
You're gonna look it up.
Yeah, that's,
No,
Be nice to have one point of contact.
yeah,
Be nice to have one point of contact who says, we're doing this so that you're not playing, who's.
Right.
He said, she said.
correct, yeah, so I'll,
I mean, Frank really is, Frank is,
Right.
oh, along with the, you know, researching, pulling the timeline together, I will have both bullet points on what we can do that's kind of activities that don't require a permit. So there'll be things that we can do.
We don't have an activity that doesn't.
Yes, no,
Also,
we can plant natives.
I thought we
Say
had
that.
permits for everything we do.
I'm,
Let Frank do this.
I'm,
I don't wanna go in circles.
Yeah, let's
No,
go.
I
I
don't
wanna go home.
yeah, so there are ways, there are multiple ways forward. Right, so
As long as the commission is aware of the work.
that is the biggest thing. No surprises.
Prior to anything being done.
Yes.
What do you mean, no surprises?
I don't want to surprise you.
All right.
So,
I might be boring.
Frank will get back to us with a timeline for his permit and more discussion. He'll also come up with a game plan of what could be done short term so that this doesn't, it doesn't go dormant. Quote unquote. So, you know, we're moving forward. This seems, from the outside, I'm sure this seems like a weird, really ridiculously long process, but there's so many different layers to this, especially with the invasive removal or invasive management, that it's going to need to take time to make sure it's thought out and done properly. So I appreciate everything, the document and the time everyone spent doing this, because it's a good thing for town, and it's a good thing for the environment, especially in that area. I remember growing up and going fishing down there, and you could walk right down to the water in that whole shoreline.
It was much different. I mean,
Now you have this little area,
just a one little cut into it. I mean, it's changed a lot. A lot of these areas have changed since I was a kid too. And you're a newcomer anyway.
I used to enjoy the canoe race that they used to have there.
That's
because you never dumped, so.
Sure.
So, any other questions, comments?
I got a couple comments, if you don't mind. I'm glad you realize that it's getting a little deep into the conversation, without having a permit. Gotta get that done, get something,
Yes.
so it can get advertised to the butters, not in the work session, in the hearings.
No, but there are exempt activities that can be done.
I know, but this is all promulgated by the removal of those
Yeah.
trees and tree stumps, so.
But we're okay, go on.
Don't forget that.
Colby's correct.
Um,
That's all me to get.
So noted.
Let's see,
easy.
yeah. Please get permission from all property owners, including the MBTA, even just get it in writing.
I think you're covered.
You wanna go
Squanto Greenways
I understand.
controls the property, but yeah.
We will include the documents from Squanto Greenways that
You can have copy of the lease.
authorize this.
That's, just a suggestion.
You ran over chemicals quickly. That's something that should be included. Just in case. Just in case.
Just the basics like
Just in case. Doesn't mean you have to do it.
DDT,
Herbicides.
Aquatic safe, reptilian safe.
get her on board.
Inland is not up.
I know.
Whatsoever.
I know they're not, but you don't, just national heritage, Mikey, you can actually speak on the behalf of Squannacook Meadows and National Heritage. Actually, maybe you can't. National Heritage, as part of their management of foreign invasives, they require it to be included in permits. As like,
What, chemical applications
yes,
for invasive
just
removals?
in case. Just in case.
We just did it
So-
6 years ago in town.
Would things like vinegar need to be specially?
Oh, we'll let Frank answer that.
No.
You don't have to answer it now. No, just.
We'll be listing our methods. And we'll be listing our anticipated.
Doesn't
methods.
you're required to use it.
And
Just-
You're
and
saying
if-
put it in the request for permission.
Yes,
Cover all your bases.
yes.
The other thing is, as far as having volunteers remove invasive material without direction, that can actually be written into the OLC. I've seen it done from a trail maintenance where trail crews are allowed to remove dead or fallen limbs or to snip back branches. So there is a way to write it into the OLC.
Anything else?
You didn't like
Sure.
doing that, using chemicals, did you? I saw a quick reaction in your eye. I agree, you know, but in certain instances, we had a huge area of Phragmites, and we had no other choice but to, use the glyphosate.
Good, so that's a good example. I don't wanna go,
I wanna go
and I
home.
know you don't, I know that's like out of the question now for your group, and I appreciate that.
But we can put it on the list.
But ultimately, the order is going to be for historic and it's one of the greenways. So potentially there might be activities that they want to do in parallel in the area. So it does need to be covered, unfortunately. Yeah. But we can discuss that with our project team.
I did have something to add. I'm glad you said no more, please no more surprises or anything. Like the cutting of the trees were originally to everyone. I did have some input from the community.
No, if public comment is not being taken at this
Okay,
time.
okay.
I
How about
don't
something
think
I
that's-
have to
I
say?
don't think that's we can't, if they have a comment, they
Wait,
can
how about
submit it,
me
but they
from
can
me?
submit it to
So-
me or Colby.
Okay,
But you can't circumnavigate the process, and the process is the chair has to recognize
right.
speaker or, so I'm just trying to follow the
Okay.
rules that are given to us. So if it's your comment, that's one thing.
Yeah.
You gotta own that comment.
Okay, well, I'd like to own this one.
Okay,
Okay, it was a surprise to me about the trees in the first place. And I realized that some of them are rotted and everything. I can appreciate that. I just feel that the process was not followed for the removal of the trees. I think we could probably all agree upon that, right?
well,
I'm not agreeing upon anything.
No?
keep going,
Speak
keep
what
going.
you guys
We're
said.
not,
Okay, that's the way I feel, and I feel that what's to prevent something like that from happening again, whether it be the Townsend Historical Society or someone else, if there are like no consequences? Other than a filing fee, after the fact filing fee.
well, it's quite a substantial filing fee, I bet, all said and done. There's a lot of square footage here, if we do max it out, and we do reserve the right to double it. But how do you prevent that? You have to be, observant, as commissioners.
And I think commenting,
Yes, Bill?
I mean, I think there's been way more than a filing fee. We've got this huge project going on that, but in part, came about because of this thing. So this is, this is gonna be a years-long project. This is not a.
Oh, I think you're being-
For which there was no consequence.
I think,
There's a
Well-
huge
I
consequence.
think he's right. I think you've been years.
I
This is
think
gonna
they're
be a
really
while.
responding to this.
Well,
Yeah.
I do appreciate what's gonna be done. I do appreciate that. I think it's gonna be a good thing. But actual removal of the trees without a permit and the way it went down, it just didn't sit well with me. That's all I want to state.
And that is something that can be addressed and discussed in the commission once this is formally filed.
And once the hearing is open.
Okay.
That is definitely something that is a subject for discussion.
And it should be, because this has turned into quite a process. And I gotta be honest with you, in my brief sense of it all, it's like we've made much more of this than it's needed to be. And we're gonna spend a lot of money on this. I'm just not gonna get into this. No.
Okay, what, did you have anything else? Sandra, you wanted to add?
No, thank you for listening. I appreciate it.
Well, it's, it's a public meeting and it's recorded, so it will be, noted in the minutes, so.
Okay.
Brian?
So we don't take any action on this, right?
So in other words, it's continued?
Nope.
No?
We're not, this isn't a hearing.
Okay.
So the next step is
A hearing.
Yep,
Oh, I see. I see.
yep.
that filing, and
This is,
Put in perspective what was presented tonight.
this has essentially been an extended pre-filing hearing, pre-filing discussion,
yes.
essentially.
Pre-filing.
Yes.
So, Sandra, with different, national heritage, you can do a lot of pre-filing consultation and discussion.
Oh, okay.
And that's pretty much how we've approached this. Because it's recognized as, yes, the trees were taken down, but there are other, environmental issues that will be handled at the same time, like the extensive invasive management.
Right, I think that's a fantastic thing.
So-
I really do.
We have to get to the filing, we kind of have to weed or, work our way through this sort of stuff.
Okay. So it's considered a pre-filing
It's a discussion.
discussion? Okay.
You have to have a discussion to be able to understand, put together how we're gonna put the paperwork all together, how.
Especially in this situation.
Okay.
Especially. Frank, one other thing, did you put in anything about
Don't forget.
stump removal, stump grinding?
Not yet.
Okay, then we need to be able
That
to,
would be included. The discussion of the intent with stumps would need to be included, yes.
And then that's something that.
That's something that
Sure,
we will
they
be
have,
covering.
yeah.
okay, I'm just mentioning it because
Cause I'll tell you this, that close to the water on some of those, you're just gonna have to leave them.
close to the water on what, the stumps? I'm only looking at before they want.
Don't
me to
even-
do. I don't have anything to do with water.
We'll be
That also,
We'll be discussing the decision of stumps.
that also means, for the love of God, don't grind any stumps, even if it's outside the buffer, until we have an order of conditions.
Yes.
Is my recommendation.
I should probably go down and get the stump grinder out of there then.
So we
Yeah.
can, God, please.
Understood.
Thank you. You know who's gonna hear about it.
Yeah.
For me and my sake, please.
Karen, third grade, yeah. Jumping, right?
Good work, yeah.
I got mine cut, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
that's
see
great.
it. You had a comment.
I guess I wanted to make sure I understood, so are we saying, I don't, the timing on asking for permission to do, the things that we're talking about doing, does that mean that for this summer, we should assume that we're only doing things that are exempt from a permit?
Yeah, timeline,
Potentially.
yes.
But I'll be discussing, I'll discuss this with the team tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our next meeting is gonna be what, July 8th or 24th?
But Frank needs time to prepare this, and then it has to get submitted, and we
And,
have,
yeah,
we have 21 days unless there's some waiver to
So
open a hearing.
calendar doesn't look good, Frank?
it does not look good.
Ah,
No, there goes that vacation. I'll be handling it.
expediting it as best you could possibly.
So
All right,
extensively, you probably be looking late summer or meteorological fall, you know, after September.
For permanent activities.
Yeah,
We'll try to navigate it so that something can be done. So obviously, yeah, I think we can get.
Yeah,
Can you give an
I'm
example
at the
of a
same calculus,
non-permitted?
Colby, we'll
An
figure that out.
example of a non-permitted?
Frank's gonna provide us with something,
yeah.
or come up,
Offhand, I can't, because I'm gonna have to quote chapter and verse in the letter, so I don't wanna do that yet. But
what? All right. So.
it's good, thank you very much for your time tonight.
Thanks for your
There won't be a
patience.
lost cause. I know everyone's itching to go, and we're itching to get this off of our plate.
This is, the more you put into those plans, the better off it'll be.
Exactly.
We're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, no, and making, yeah, no, I'm not gonna go in circles.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We like your enthusiasm, though. We like your enthusiasm. I haven't the enthusiasm to go attack some of the invasives I got. Jeez.
3.2 volunteer response form from, Abigail Farley reappointment. Colby, what is the ending date of this, of your reappointment, or Abigail, what's the ending date?
Currently June 30th.
Nope, sorry, the one she is,
She's just finishing out her first, so your term ends what, next?
June 30th,
right, but what's the term she's applying for?
3 years.
3?
So it'd be 29?
Is she taking it?
So 6/30/29. I motion to, recommend reappointment of Abigail Farley for a term ending 6/30/29. Is there a second?
Second.
Thanks.
Discussion. Roll call vote starting with Mike.
Mike Foster, yes.
Abstain?
You don't have, you can.
Okay,
can vote
Abigail
for
Farley,
yourself.
yes.
James Gates, yes.
James Thorne, yes.
Sandra Lord, yes.
Brian Pinkerton, yes.
Okay.
Who seconded, sorry?
I did, Mike.
Thank you.
Fast Mike got it. Is that it? Are we?
Hold on.
We gonna do 4.2, 55.1 star.
To run out of ink and those, so. That's fine.
I'll do this, I'll make a motion to, table 3.3 to our meeting
Can I
on,
make it wicked?
what?
Can I make it wicked quick?
Yes.
I'm printing it out right now. So trail maintenance, SOP. The best I found is Weston's. They put in an actual OOC for it, NOI OOC. And that was in 2009. That listed out guidelines for how trail groups, namely a trail association that's in their town, can go about doing work on their trails. So we print it out, take a look at it, line stuff out, get crayons out, add stuff in. It's not, it has to be tailored a little bit to Townsend. So I think this is, I don't think it has to be an OOC. We just have to adopt it.
We're just looking for standard operating procedure though. So,
And that's what
okay,
this basically is.
SOP?
And that's what this is, essentially.
so are you looking for us to vote on this?
No.
Tonight? Okay,
Looking for you to
let's move on.
read it and come back with some ideas and thoughts, please.
So he's just gonna hand it over.
Can I make a motion to table this till
so, yeah,
the next meeting? All right,
I second that. Oh, I second it. Roll call vote starting tonight.
What's that?
Roll call to table this,
Mike Park said yes.
Abigail Farley, yes.
James Gates, yes.
James Brown, yes.
Sandra Lord, yes.
Brian Baker, yes.
Is that adjournment?
What?
Is that adjourned?
No.
To table this. Just
I
so
wish
we're
it was.
formal.
Oh, I just covered it.
And when is the next?
You did, but then we had to read it and I asked
July
if we had, if you wanted to vote on it tonight. You said, no, we'll
No,
just go
take
over it.
No, take it home and read it. That's
Right, well, and then we'll vote on it next meeting.
exactly.
Okay.
We're good. We're good.
That's what he said.
Are we struggling here right now?
Yes,
Thank you.
we are struggling every meeting at 9 o'clock.
Oh, I did two things.
Right,
Thank you.
Thank you, Kobe.
so let's get.
Oh, can I have a copy of the plan, please?
Figure out a better way to get documents to,
We need a copy of
That plan,
things to the issue, struggle.
the plan.
the plan that's in front of
Struggle is
Brian,
real.
please. Thank you.
What if I wanted this?
What?
I said, what if I wanted those?
Your friend's truck?
Was there going to be something we were signing tonight?
Oh,
I didn't get it done. Is it,
Yeah,
the DOA for the IDA?
yeah, so it is what it is.
Did you get it done
It's
by
usually
quarter
not
past?
like an accepted practice, putting it all together at the beginning of the meeting and assign at the end. I don't mind that. Can we get it done? That way we don't have to come in. We'll come in tomorrow.
He's trying his best.
Okay.
We'll get it done for tomorrow.
No, it's really not good to do it like that.
Correct.
Mistakes get made.
Right.
All right, 4.1 Natural River Watershed Report Card. Well, it's safe to swim.
A or B minus.
Oh.
I don't know. But if you look at it, Townsend's, this is E. coli, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's high.
We got Damon Pond closed.
Let's say.
No,
Yeah,
that's not what we're talking about right now.
I know.
It's safe, but it's high. Last year, Natural River Watershed was able to identify a potential failed
System up
septic
on
system
as
above stream.
Yeah.
Do you know if they've done anything?
Don't know.
Okay. Neat.
Courthouse doesn't tell me.
I assume that would have been Rick Metcalf's for review.
So did they receive a copy of this?
Yes, they received a copy.
So I can send them a note, say, what's the plan? Okay.
crap
So
ball
in other
really
words-
jumped up there. It really jumped.
Yeah. And then you got, okay, so yeah, then you look at West Groton Bridge, it dropped. But Betozi
And the
jumped.
Prescott, huh?
So it's data, and we'll receive these throughout the summer.
Right.
So moving on,
And the statistic down, see, that would be in the Beaver Brook area.
responsible. Scan it and get it to them. 4.20 Steeper Road, what?
Right?
Huh?
Said the 4.2.
4.2, sorry. So,
Right.
No, I'm
That's the
confused.
one you added, right?
The
Yes.
letter.
Yeah.
oh, here,
So when you tell it,
pass it along, I'm gonna grab one.
Fill it.
Oops, sorry, here you go.
Now, this,
And then Abigail, I'm gonna ask you to read it, just so that it's read. Into record. This is regarding the new or not subdivision, but 3 house lots at the end of Seaver Road.
right.
So Abigail's gonna read this into record, and we don't really need to spend too much time on it, in my opinion, but let's read it first.
And so should I begin?
Yes, please.
Should I read the full name here? Okay.
Yes, please.
Sorry.
No, it's,
John Mello Jr., 396 Andover Street, Lowell, MA, 01852. Wayne Bellick,
that's good.
Land Design Collaborative, 45 Lindman Street, Suite 1, Westboro, MA, 01581. Dear Mr. Mello and Mr. Belk, sorry. It has come to the attention of the Townsend Conservation Commission that a butter notification was not provided for the hearing associated with order of condition DP file number 308-0729 for the property located at 0 Server Road, Townsend, MA 01469. Seaver, sorry.
Don't worry, I butcher these all the time, so.
As a result, all work authorized under this permit must pause immediately pending further action by the commission to comply with the requirements of state law. The commission requests all work related to the permit be stopped, notify all abutters of a new public hearing date, July 8th, 2026. Republish the required legal notice and reopen the public hearings. The Townsend Conservation Commission recognizes that the situation is a significant delay to all parties involved. However, these steps are necessary to ensure compliance with applicable legal and regulatory requirements. The latest date for which the legal notice may be advertised for the July 8th meeting is July 1st, 2026. Thank you for your patience and attention to this matter. Colby Steeder, is that it? Conservation Agent, Land Use Office.
You're good there. So, we have to reopen this and butters need to be notified. You sent this today?
Correct.
You sent it certified and email,
I did priority mail. I can do certified mail tomorrow as well.
and then also email it. Okay, did they respond? Yeah.
No response yet.
So in other words, at that last conservation meeting we had,
When we discussed this?
with the meeting with Wayne on Seaver Road, we did not have verification from the abutters of notification. Because I had gone to the planning board meeting with the people that were there, and all of them had said straight up, none of us were notified from conservation of the meeting. No abutters were notified, and I remember mentioning that to you.
And that's where we landed.
Yeah.
Or this is where we landed.
Where did we?
Yeah, I can tell you, explain how it happened, but I'm not looking for.
No.
Not trying to be
All I know is I remember
sound like
hearing it from the
excuse.
planning board meeting, and I just like to understand, can we make sure we can double check so we don't run into that again?
Yeah, I read, so we received a certificate of mailing at the time for the
Digital.
permit, that he submitted, the LDC, the land, Wayne Bellick's organization, that he submitted for the project.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it only had the, mailing to the Department of Conservation on it. It didn't have the abutters on it, so. It was an error,
It happens.
yeah, I probably took that one on the shoulders of the term.
Only reason why I remember it, Cole, because I remember they all spoke up in the planning board meeting. And boom.
That should have stood out more, too. But when we read through, this is
Would
the,
it be better
This
if
is
we
the-
went back to the green card?
this is the pile of work paperwork that came with it, and it's just a
Oh, it was
really bad oversight.
It was a pretty expensive.
Well, Jimmy said.
Certainly learned a lesson.
Would it be
so-
better for us to go back to the green cards?
And I don't know if that's an option.
Bingo. Is that the
You know the
preferred
green card,
method?
you know the green cards.
I do, Yeah, I don't think so, because they're not to actually check each individual one, but the certificate of mailing.
It puts it
brings
all,
together and with all of them.
because it's a pain to look at the green card, check off the name on the list, look at the next green card, check that off.
You know, and it's just.
Let's
there's a lot
leave it in
going on
your
that
corner.
meeting,
Well,
and they got missed. And there was a, you know, and I'm not passing the buck here, it is the applicant's responsibility, but they understood the, bylaw, well. So,
I don't know how that's possible, because
Yeah.
it's not just the bylaw, it's the WPA.
yeah, if you go to the DEP's website, it's clear that it's the applicant's responsibility. Our
Meeting
bylaw is
Wayne's,
not
Bellick.
written well. I can show you. You know, take a look at it, because maybe it should be rewritten.
Well, rewriting a bylaw takes a lot more effort than a regulation.
When it's a town
But
warrant.
what does our bylaw state? If you don't know offhand, I don't know if I really wanna go into the weeds, but
It does. So I would say it might be up for debate whose responsibility it is, whether it's a conservation commission's, whether it says it, you know, depending on how you read it, if it says it's the Concom's responsibility to notify the abutters or the applicants. Now, I know the answer is the applicant, but it's just the wording is awkward.
So you feel as though, wait, all right,
But I understand his
how are
argument.
they gonna get the digital readout? How are they gonna get green cards? Everything gets mailed, all the correspondence gets sent to you though, right?
The green cards?
Yes.
Done correctly, yes.
How does it roll over to the applicant then?
How does it roll over?
they received the confirmation and then they forward it to us. Hold on, I'm pulling up the bylaw and I will.
There's gonna be meetings like this even worse, don't worry, it's all good.
What?
There's always meetings like this that go a little longer than they should, right?
Oh, yeah, that's just our life.
So far, I haven't been to a meeting that hasn't been 9:30.
There was a time back in the
There
day.
was a time. Many
All right,
years
so
ago.
I got it right here.
Go ahead.
So it's under chapter 138-2, hearing. The Conservation Commission shall hold a public hearing on the proposed activity within 21 days of the receipt of said notice. Notice of the time and place of said hearing shall be given by the Conservation Commission at the expense of the applicant. Not less than 5 days prior to such hearing by publication in the newspaper or of general circulation in Townsend, and by delivery or mailing of notice thereof to the applicant, to the Board of Health, Board of Selectmen, and the Planning Board, to a butter of the land as determined by the most recent assessor's records, on which the proposed activity is to take place, and to such other persons as the Conservation Commission may determine.
I agree.
It is ambiguous, isn't it?
And that's,
Isn't it, Mike? I
I'm
agree.
not leaving this over, it's on them.
it is. It's
Yeah.
Like, we can't, that's,
Well, historically, it's always been on them, right?
Well, it's amazing that the
No.
DEP has much clearer language.
Then what then that was our bylaw in verbiage?
Yeah, but if you only read this, I could see how you would
Say that it's the applicant.
say that. But he's a smart guy, he's been in the business a long time.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not, but he,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to blame Americans. Absolutely, this should have been caught by me, so
So we're gonna leave it at, we blame you.
you can blame me. I got,
Do you wanna
I
do
can take it.
Wayne and Kobe and Jimmy?
Don't blame me. Because we want Wayne to,
Mikey, do you want a little cut you a
What do
little
we
bit
want
there.
Wayne to do?
We want Wayne to agree to just reopen it. 'Cause
Take a
it
smidge.
says, well, I got the permit already.
No, it's my fault.
I don't know if he can make it.
You had a conversation with DEP about this.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's, what's that saying about catching a bee, honey, or, well, it's better just to have good relations.
You just did it, James, right there.
He understood me,
I did.
Catch both flies with honey or something.
The crazy part is I think we all understood it.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So what do
It's,
we,
don't be sorry, Colby, like,
what do we wanna catch it with? A trap? Or
Flies drawn to honey. That you said bees.
let's,
it's all good. All right,
Let's
so it's been read into record.
Abigail's got the
Great.
signal.
We're gonna move on to 5.1. DEP has been gracious enough to offer training on,
Second.
July 29th, 2026, either 5:30 or 6 o'clock. We can go around the table.
Is it,
We'll be here.
the circuit rider's gonna be here from DEP?
Yes. We
Yeah,
can,
I mean,
we can post it as a meeting, so it protects us. We just can't deliberate or.
Is that a 2/9,
What?
July 29th?
Yes.
what time?
What time?
She said 5:30 or 6. She was looking for an answer there.
Can we
Yes.
do it, can we do it at the Townsend house?
Fair question.
It's not a bad idea, cause I know Bobby will give us a little back room, little conference area, and we can get food. I'll buy it.
It's just screaming open meeting law.
All right, so do we have a time yet?
So 5:30 or 6?
5:30.
Yeah, 5:30,
5:30, I guess.
either one.
5:30.
Or even better.
5:30?
How far does she have to drive? Where's she going
No
from
idea.
Boston?
I know, yeah. Okay, so 5:30.
5:30.
29.
5:30, 29.
Okay.
You will, I think, meeting room 2.
Sure.
And we can post it as a public meeting and just,
Maybe I'll ask the clerk's advice.
Meeting.
Would training really be
Here.
like a public meeting, like?
well, no, we are, that is an exempt,
Practice.
I don't want to say activity, but it is something that is allowable under the open meeting law as long as we don't deliberate or discuss other matters.
Okay.
It's just in the name of transparency. So we don't have to, if thoughts, you talk about it quick. Or
So,
long. It's only 9:24, we got.
so yes, it can be, yes, it can be in the meeting, or no, it can't be in the meeting. Is that our choice?
Yeah,
Well, I'd say the less interruptions, the better.
well, we can also put no public comment. And people have to be recognized by the chair in order to speak also. I know, it's just crazy.
Maybe set up as a meeting just to cover our bases.
Mike?
He wants the
I have an
Townsend house
opinion.
too. Okay, he's,
I am either, I kind of down the middle of the road here.
It's training. I think it shouldn't be bogged down with meeting stuff, honestly.
True, we also do meeting minutes.
And then we have to follow all the blah, 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 instead of actually learning.
Oh, now that I understand what the question is, yeah.
But,
Then
so
never
we're all
mind,
in
no.
agreement? Sandra, you're the one that,
Well,
in,
I think it'd be closed is better in
Okay.
this case.
Yeah, yeah.
all right,
I do.
Colby? We won't post it, but it is,
We'll post it. Got it.
you can ask Karen if we should do anything formal about it, but
I'll ask.
it's informal education,
no, it's formal education. Technically it's formal, so.
so we have to dress up.
Get away your
Just wear
tax.
pants, please.
That's reasonable though. That's reasonable.
Oh, I was gonna say button down, but it is not.
All right, cured, moving forward.
Items for discussion, next meeting,
Okay,
this tentatively, continuation of notice of intent for DEP number 308-0730, TWB 2026-006, Sarah Brookline Road, Assessors Map 38, Parcel 14, Lot 1, Kevin Smith. Proposed project is for the installation of a septic system associated grading within riverfront area. An amendment of filing to include rebuilding cabin access road, creating a hayfield and pond. We also have trail building and maintenance SOP. And then we will need to vote for officers again, because Abigail's going to be reappointed. And now that we have the full commission, we need to do it. So
We have
It'll
to
be
do
quick.
this.
hopefully, once we want
All right, so we at the
to shuffle things around again.
7.0, are we close?
Oh, wait a second. So 6.1 is to continue to next meeting, I just want to be clear.
Tentative.
Okay,
Possible.
okay, the
Maybe.
next meeting, can I
Could be.
propose something?
Where, go ahead,
Okay,
ask.
okay, I went to the planning board meeting where they read our comments.
Yes,
I went as a resident,
okay,
because I was just interested to see what they're gonna say. Well, I can't discuss it, I guess, but so if we could put it on our,
okay.
for next meeting, the decision and how it applies to other things.
Did they, okay, so the decision from the planning board?
Right, and how that affects us going forward for others.
Okay,
I'm confused.
no, I am too, but it's not a bit.
You understand where we're at?
But I
Right?
also understand where, I understand, I think I understand this. Colby, did you follow along any of the planning board stuff?
No, I just got a quick synopsis of next to Hagel, not the
So was that a?
Was this Monday's?
Hold on, yes, it was, but, so was that a, correspondence that we should have?
Nope, they're not required to let you know what the outcome is. They took you're required to make comments. You took comments, you submitted them. They can do what they want with your comments.
Because
Unfortunately.
it is common courtesy for the planning board.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
another, nothing.
But it is and it isn't. There's no formal, there's no rules that say that there has to be intergovernmental, yeah, it's a courtesy thing, and I wish there was
Just
more.
like when we see certain things out.
So,
I would like to say more, but I don't know if I'm allowed to now without
well,
being on
no,
the
no,
agenda.
so I think you said it right. But I don't know if it's enough for Colby to put on the agenda, so if you wanna explain a little bit more, at least the
Okay. I'll
background.
try and give a good stab at it. Okay, so I went there and the comments were read and I don't think it was accurate what was said with regards to that decision. I think there were some inaccuracies by the engineer and the planning board, and I would like to discuss it. And the way it went down, the decision and how it will affect other similar situations.
No, I'm even more confused as the way you.
Well, I-
That was a goal, Jimmy.
But yeah, I wanted to confuse you, but no, but I can't say much without it being on the agenda, right? My hands tied right now. I mean, can I actually come out and say stuff? I mean,
What was the, okay, so what was the decision?
to remove the conservation restriction
Requirement, yeah.
requirement. And I have concerns about different things that went on in the meeting regarding that and how the decision.
So, that needs to be brought up to the planning board. I know,
Yes and no, but the thing is how it's gonna affect similar situations going forward on our behalf.
yes, I'm acknowledging that,
Okay,
but I also need to acknowledge the jurisdiction we hold as Concom. And we're just kind of stuck with being the holder of it.
because my response to all this is, why bother anybody go to conservation? But anyways,
Well, that's the thing, they don't have to come in front of
no,
the
I
state,
understand that, but,
which frustrates me.
that's kind of why I wanted to discuss it next time, because I don't know, I mean, I could go into it all now, but I'm just, it's
No,
not on
we
the
can't go
agenda.
into it.
It's not on the agenda, so I feel,
No, we can't go into it. I'm just trying to think of how we can put it on the agenda and if we can have a constructive conversation about it
right,
and have a tangible outcome that would affect what,
other decisions on our
Right.
part, other,
and I don't know
other,
how we can do that.
yeah.
You discussed the validity of the bylaw itself and whether or not.
But it's a planning board bylaw, it's not a conservation bylaw.
But it kind of intertwines, like, they
But
wanted
it,
to.
but it's not our bylaw. We don't get to say in, we just get, we get the short end of the stick here.
We get the comment on it and then they get to decide.
I mean, is this something we should invite the planning board to? I mean, I don't know, I just don't know what to say, how to go about anything here. I just know that I think it needs to be discussed.
I should have made it till the meeting. I should have gone. I got.
What do you think? I'm not trying to dismiss this either.
You can invite them for a joint meeting or,
Because it is gonna affect things, I feel, and like I said, I can't go into it because it's not, we're not supposed to talk about
No, I
something.
know.
And it's like killing me, because I'd like to
And I
get more
have to make sure
information.
we stay in line, or
with the-
we keep our stuff, our discussions within our jurisdiction.
Right, I agree with that too, so,
So we're technically not within our jurisdiction.
right, so.
But it is, but it's just, we're the ones that get, you know, be responsible for it at the end of the day. So,
But I do feel it's important.
I think we should,
maybe,
like to see, get.
maybe you should,
When is the YouTube video going up?
We
I have
actually
no idea.
could, we could get our hands on it.
Okay,
I wish I had an answer for you. I don't know how to.
because I was getting very frustrated there, and I'm like, I wish someone else, I wish you were there, or someone else, I'm like, I felt out of my depth, you know, I really did.
I was supposed to go to the meeting literally. I should have gone. I
So
couldn't, whatever. But
what I would
I know, I
Suggest
kind of
that
understand
you
where she's coming from with this.
send a letter
I
to the
appreciate
planning
that.
board as a private resident. With your concerns and request that it's read into record at their next meeting.
About what I agreed or disagreed with, or,
Yeah.
okay,
Well, concerns, questions.
concerns, questions, okay.
But
It's legit.
as you said, you were there as a private resident, so use that voice.
Okay,
And you know, you could keep it short and sweet, but just request that it's read into record.
okay. So,
I don't know if it will go anywhere, but we have to, I'm trying to make sure we're careful, but also offer guidance to what
right,
you're trying to
Mhm.
understand and accomplish in your concerns, because your concerns, everyone at this table had that concern.
So when was this meeting? We can, I can
Monday.
watch it, right?
It was last Monday, or this past Monday.
This Monday, it was this Monday, 2 days ago.
I bet you, if you looked it up on
22nd.
the Real Deal YouTube,
Oh,
it's probably posted on there.
Yep, on the podcast. Yeah. Or couldn't Mr. Funny pull it up?
He might, I don't know if it's
And he
uploaded.
could
I don't
sit some,
pay
and he
attention to
could
it.
sit somebody in the room. I might do that tomorrow.
so if, say like, Jimmy, you watch it, right? Maybe you could come up with an adequate, like, way of putting it on the
He can
agenda?
only- He can only
Propose
sketch
it?
things.
No, you don't.
I don't know how to.
No, but
write
I'm
it.
saying maybe you could come up with something that would be
I don't know how
placeable
we-
on the agenda? I don't know, I mean,
I don't know how we can put it on our agenda without
I don't think,
having,
no,
I don't think,
but I would encourage you to send a letter on your behalf.
and delve into it.
okay, because I tried to talk, but,
And did this is the one that pertained to 0 Brookline Road?
No, Depot Street.
yeah,
So you had a comment and you weren't recognized by,
I was recognized, but
A question, you were recognized for a question, I assume.
right, I was trying to make a personal comment as a resident, because I think I said something about, I'd like to be, I'm a resident, I'm I'm on the Conservation Commission, but I'm not here representing the Conservation Commission. I clarified that at the beginning, I do believe.
But you can
Um,
state that you're out from conservation and this pertains to something I have questions of.
Well, as a
Through my
resident.
kno-
Yeah, as a resident.
With my knowledge
You
of.
had something? You started to.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have some concerns, so yeah, I can put that in writing.
I don't, yeah, I
Yeah.
wish I could,
This-
you could, if someone could figure out a way to get it on their agenda without
I
us
don't know if
getting.
anyone watches it and when someone can,
I don't think the conservation restriction is that big of a deal on that. Do you?
Well, I'm not, we're
okay.
not discussing this, we're not discussing that.
Not on the agenda.
It's not on the agenda.
Right.
That's my suggestion.
Okay,
Mike. Well, we-
Good enough.
okay,
Our next meeting is July 8th.
okay. It's a wrap?
No, we got two more
Was there
things to
Oh,
go.
shoot.
Is there anything else? Anything else?
Yeah, making a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
9:35.
Second.
Roll call vote starting with Mike.
I said yes.
Abigail Farley, yes.
Are you
James
sure?
Gates, yes.
Are you sure? Jimmy D, yes. Well, yeah.
Sure, you don't want to be here till 10?
Right.
Your turn.
Sandra Lloyd, yes.
Brian Pinkerton, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Too late.
oh, come on,
Sorry, we always voted.
The recording has stopped.
Uh-oh. Okay, we have a problem. They stopped the recording, but the meeting wasn't over because they were in the middle of voting on adjournment, but they didn't finish the vote. And Colby came out. He was trying to get, I guess it was something he forgot to do in the meeting. So we're never going to know what it was. So we'll have to wait for the minutes. I'll try to remember to read the minutes when they get published, which won't be for a couple of months probably, but we'll try to find out what that was. So this was a really long meeting. It was 2.5 hours. I'm tired. I'm tired from watching it. Oh, they talked a lot. Most of this meeting was about the Townsend Historical Society areas of interest. So, which wasn't bad. Everything's still kind of in the air over it. But they had a lot of good dialogue. I disagree with some of the way that this Conservation Commission is running. The stuff with THS, I think it's too protective. And I think it's the chair of the Conservation Commission is who's making this political by not allowing issues to be raised. So it's that's concerning. That's all I have to say about this meeting. Trying to think if there's anything else going on in town. That's all I can think of. So I'm gonna call it a night because I'm tired. So this was your Conservation Commission meeting. Hopefully people are gonna come back and watch it at another date. Jesus. Yeah. So that's that. Okay. Have a good night. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe and all that stuff. All right. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good night.